Hello, everyone. Welcome to our tech podcast series. I am your podcaster today, Chavi Garg, and I'm very much happy to have Deepak today with us. He is an amazing person who has been contributing to the Azure community from years. So I really welcome you, sir, today in the podcast today, and also in this podcast we would be understanding how Azure works and also how he got started with his Azure journey, and we would be touching a lot of points. So let's get started with his introduction first.
Thank you so much, Avi. I'm super excited to be at this platform where you are contributing to the community, and it's really nice how you keep motivating everyone. So, about me, nothing fancy. Did my master's from Punjab University, Chandigarh in 2006, and after that, lot of on-site offshore opportunity. Related to technical community, I will be very honest, and I have been sharing it years. I write my first blog in 2008, how to bind data grid from database with stored procedure, and I was doing just for sake of myself. Okay, if I have to do same coding again, how I could reuse the code without going into the compliances or anything which can block me. So I give the my flavor of writing blogs and write in 2008. Eventually it start building up, and more than 1 million views on my article, author various book, participate in Microsoft certification preparation, went to DevOps Labs Seattle to talk in every continent of the world so far. And that make me excited. Eventually, I never know when I start contributing what is Microsoft MVP, is there is any recognition. I did just for myself, and then eventually I have been noticed. Hey, you have so many views, your article are amazing, plural site, or LinkedIn Learning, all those connected, and they recognize. And I said, oh wow, that's something I'm doing good. So yeah, that is my journey. Currently based in North America, very on St. Clair Lake. The city name is Windsor. Couple of minutes drive to Detroit, couple of hours, 3 4 hours drive to Chicago, and 3 hours to Toronto, just in middle, enjoying very good family life, blessed with 2 kids, daughter and son, and beautiful wife. So that is about myself.
That's so good to hear that. The way you got started with your journey, it's too good to hear that. And also, I guess our listeners would be happy to know more about like it's been more than 5 years that you are a Microsoft MVP, and also you are contributing a lot to the C# corner as well. So, the listeners would be happy to know more about it, how it is currently going on, and also, how was your journey?
Yeah, for sure. So as I told, when I start writing, uh, it was okay. Eventually, it get improved. Honestly, my article, which got a couple of thousands of hundred thousands of views now, that was not the case earlier. I increased my, the way of writing. So it's eventually with the time I grow. I learn from my mistake. I like what exactly the need is, and I figure out a couple of things which audience can piggyback. What is in real time you are solving the problem. That is the mantra of success. For example, I use autoloader, uh, Databricks autoloader for my real project for energy and utility client. I give the talk. It was super hit. I'm talking at Microsoft Reactor Toronto on 18th after 3 days. If you are around, swing by over there. You could see me, grab the drinks together. So basically, you have to hit the nail, and that should be from real time experience. So if someone want to write, I don't write the same thing which have been there for thousand blogs or thousand articles. I want to be as unique as I could. And certainly, there are so many champions around. So that's what I'm doing. And how my contribution is going on, that is what aligned. Talk on this Wednesday. After that, I have talk on at organization level. I could not share that. I also provide the personal training. We had, 1 day training goes around, or 2 days training goes around $2,000 or so. So we provide all those training, and we learn from day to day life, and we also want to cover A to G of things. It's not at 10,000 feet. We start from 10,000, 1,000, 100,000, and very granular level. That's what I'm doing. And I think couple of things which I told, it should be real time. Another, when I was kid, I was providing the tuitions when I was doing my bachelor's and master's. I think that also helped me how to become a good, how to convey your message. And earlier I was hesitant, but I was thinking, okay, if I'm going to Montreal, where French is the main language, but at that is Montreal among the top speakers. So that thing build the confidence. Like if you are in technology, you have to convey the right content with right example to right audience. So that's how I started, and it's going. That make me proud every single day.
That's so true. That was too good to hear that. Like again, your contributions are very much important for the community, and also when I'm talking about the community, I would be happy to know from you that how you got started with the community work. Like you are also working at Capgemini, and you are an MVP at the same time. So how are you handling everything? And also do you take community as your hobby or interest, or it's just for fun, or whatever we can say? So how you take community? What is it for you?
You, you touch the right point, Savi, over there. Because whenever we talk to outside world, they said, "Hey, you are doing free work, or why you are doing this work?" Or, for example, if to write my article, if I have to wake up at 2:30, I have to compromise my good sleep. I have to compromise good time, which could be the family time, right? But there should be one understanding for everyone. Hey, if I'm doing this, what I'm, return of investment. For me, return of investment is the satisfaction initially, and then eventually you get recognition. It turn into the monetary aspect as well. But initially, it was the, for me, satisfaction. I'm giving talk at university. I go to university and talk, help international students. If you have some student in your podcast, they could register with Microsoft Student Partner (MSP). That will help them to build their career path, and they will get the recognition from Microsoft and support from Microsoft. I have seen couple of incredible students from Bangladesh, India. They come on scholarship, and they are really doing great. So first, focusing on students, yes, they whenever they are running, they could register themselves with MSP program or some sporting program, which will help them eventually to become technocrats and build their mind that way. Yes, working full time, dealing with deliverables, dealing with all those billable, non-billable kind of things is a challenge. But at the end of the day, I got time because this is what I like to do. And if we like to do something, we got the time. It doesn't mean I sacrifice my one perspective totally. No. When you got a call from Microsoft, and when you call at, say, Microsoft Seattle, you meet with those leaders, that make you excited, right? And Eventually, it turned into monetary aspect as well, but it require consistent hard work, which we have learned from very much beginning. So having said that, I would say it would be the constant motivation, and that's why I'm doing it and I'm enjoying doing it and contributing to the technical fraternity and helping the students all across in North America.
It's just one thing that you are not just helping the people from North America, but you are helping everyone globally. Because when you are, like, for example, we are recording this podcast right now. So when we are having this podcast, uh, like, we are having listeners from so many regions. So like, when you contribute to the community, like, especially when we talk about the Microsoft Azure community, it is a community that will be reaching to so many people, people who are having access to everything, to people who are having access to nothing. So community, like, gives you so much, like, pleasure, and also that, like, it feels so good to hear from you that you are doing everything, not for like monetary or anything like that. It's for that satisfaction. That's, yeah, like, you today contributed to the community, it makes you feel so good. So that's a one point that I really loved. And also, I guess our listeners would be very much happy to know more about that. From which domain you are very much, like, intact to, or we can say how you are, like, exploring day by day trends that are coming up with the technology when it comes to Azure.
Mhm. That's a good point. So it's all about in maybe 7 8 years when I start working on Azure. First, to listener, 16 years before when I started my career, I don't know what the Azure is. I was simple ASP, then .NET, WPF, Silverlight, tech lead. I also go across all those career journey which all the listener would be at right now at any spot. So I gone through that, but one thing which make me different, I think that is the blessing. I always take the opportunity challenge, whether changing the gears, changing the career, changing the technology. I never said I'm front end, I never said I'm back end developer. I I'm not champion. So, but I have been doing that's why C Sharp Corner come into picture a couple of years. I'm C Sharp Corner MVP as well. So I start doing, contributing that. And when I start my Azure journey, that is also my customer required. I learn. It was basically initial learning what is the Azure. Okay, it is the cloud platform. Giving myself, answer what is its future. Did some analytical study. Okay, I found it has good future. Change my gear again, and for Ministry of uh, education in Saskatchewan, one of province. There is their largest school division. I worked for and half years, extensively migrate them to the cloud Azure Data Warehouse. In 2017, it was Azure Data Warehouse. Now Azure Synapse use that. Successfully migrated, use ADF Azure Data Factory 1.0, which was really need a upgrade. And so I did how I start my journey. I make my hand dirty. So that is the first mantra to another one. We this technology, for example, I'm interviewing for different clients, and I have been, I don't know. My customers say whatever, though I pass only 5% of him, the candidates, but they are always happy what the value we bring to the company. Having said that, so if you did not have hands-on real-time experience, you will be, you know, it will be figured out very easily uh, by single or another question. For I'm a principal cloud architect looking over all the cloud Azure Center of Excellence as well in North America, specifically focus on Canada. So for me, it's working on the technology, educating ourselves. If we did not get the opportunity to work from customer or client side, we could start working on simple POC. Eventually you had need to be that chill to increase your knowledge base, and that's what I'm saying. So three mantra: educate yourself. Second, take that opportunity, be the volunteer, talk to your manager, talk to your supervisor, people manager. Hey, I want to work with cloud technology. Uh, Third, meanwhile learn, go through my blogs. You could download code. I have never hidden anything. Deepakkaushik.com. You could go and find out. You could watch the videos like what Chavi is doing, that keep you motivating, that will kick your Jill to move ahead. So that are the couple of things, and I could share. Yes, I start working on that, but then I work on AI as well. And nowadays I'm into more about statement of work, RFP, technical architecture, all those. Being principal cloud architect, I'm looking over all those things, as well as I'm doing code as well. On Databricks or Azure. So that's what I'm doing. And if anyone need have special question, feel free to drop a question here, and I promise you I will give you the answer on this podcast itself.
That's so true. Also, we would be putting like all your social into the description. You like all the listeners can just check your LinkedIn that we are putting into the description. And also, like uh, to be honest, when someone has started their contribution into the community, they have that one fear in themselves that okay, if I go and message a person who is having a great experience in the like for example like you, people like you, will I be receiving a response or not? So this is a major thing that happens to like a lot of people out there. And also sometimes like in the past I also used to think like okay, if I am reaching out to this MVP, will he or she would be replying to me or not? But later on when I got in touch with the community, I realized that okay, to be honest, when you see that okay, this person is contributing to the community, it means that person is very much accessible to you. So like thanks a lot for like putting this point forward and like letting people understand that yeah, they can reach out to you easily. You would be a very great help for them. So it was a really great point for them. And also moving further with it, I would be very happy to end this podcast with a very good note. Like if there is any quote you would like to add on, or any motivation thing you would be happy to share with the listeners when they are getting started with the Azure, or like they are stuck somewhere when they are working on Azure. So would be happy to end at a good point.
Mm-hmm. For sure, Chavi. So my answer to all the listener is, if Deepa can do, everyone can do. We at one point of time, it's only our decision which make the difference. So I had been going through all that roller coaster rides eventually, and then I have decided. I was very honest. I write for myself the blog, but later I came to know, okay, it's getting attraction, so many comments. So you mentioned my LinkedIn. They could reach to me Twitter as well. Think for Deepak, and I have my blog post deepakkaushik.com. I promise I will give the answer. And first thing, Chavi, which you told, sometime we could not give the answer. Listener need to understand, they might have some family emergency, they are traveling. uh, I was 1 month before I was relocating from Saskatchewan to Windsor, so they have so many things on human ground, and sometimes I found message is not quite reasonable as well. They could not convey very good feeling how you portray yourself. What is it, polite, or what tone you are talking to? So I don't think any Microsoft MVP who won't reply the way what you are asking and how you are asking make a difference. So if you zero down look for those things, we will happy. And for all the listener, if you have some dreams, just connect with the community, start doing contributing. You will got huge amount of opportunity. You will get the opportunity to travel across the world. Honestly, I don't have the money at first time, when I got traveling for the talks and all that stuff. You are well taken care by all the big conference sponsors. So but that should not be your ultimate goal. Initially you need to be at that uh, level where you could positively contribute and add the positive value. So do that. And if you need any mentorship, mentee, as I told to Chavi, I have a couple of folks who are really great, amazing, and I could, happy to touch the pieces over there as well.
That's so true. Thank you so much for so much learning, and also I would say one thing before ending this, that yeah, like start contributing to the community. The community will surely give you back. The community is something, it's all about give and take. You will sometimes feel like why I am contributing to it for free or something like that, but ultimately you when you will start contributing, you will have that essence and it feels so good to you. And also never look back, just go with the flow and also keep contributing, and keep learning with Azure and also with other technologies as well at the same time. So thank you so much, Deepak, for joining in, and it was a really great podcast shooting with you. And also I am very much sure that all our listeners would be very much happy to hear this. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Habib, for having me over here. And yeah, go and contribute, and don't think what you get on ROI. It take couple of years, but certainly it will going to increase your knowledge.